Just stay. I will move that out of your way in a minute, Brat. Hi, Karen. I had something in Bindy's way. She just looked at me like, why is that in my chair? She is ornery and doesn't like it when I sit stuff in her space. She's my spoiled little brat. But I love her. She might be my spoiled brat, but she's adorable. Hey, Tammy. Okay. How in the heck I lost my glue tool, I do not know. Must be in the other room. I might have it in my bedroom, actually. I may have accidentally put it in there. Like, why is the chair not moving? But my bottle of Mod Podge was in the way. And whatever this is. There we go. Now it's moving. Okay, come here. I need to get this out of the way. Hold on, guys. I've got some weird screen up. So here's my little Bindi. She got her little bee scarf, or bandana, I mean, when she went to the groomer last. Okay, get your butt back. Hi, Trudy. Scoop. Thank you. I'll have to scroll up and see if I missed anyone while I was grabbing something. No, just Trudy and Karen and Tammy. Okay. Get my good pair of scissors out. I don't think I'll need the hot glue anyways, so. But I do know I'll need this, so I might as well get it turned on. Everyone always loves a bindi. Hi, Stephanie. Who couldn't love that face? I mean, honestly. Look at this face. Who wouldn't love it? She's like, okay, can I stay? You better be careful if you're going to stand there, Pumpkin. So we're going to use this printable. I'm doing a bunch of crafts since it's the 250th year for 4th of July. So I had someone who requested a craft like that, and I wanted to make her 2 options to choose from, and then whichever one she takes, then I'll just make another one similar to it. But I couldn't find too many surfaces that were the right size for this, so it's going to have to go in a picture frame. Wait, what are you? What is that? Oh, that is square. That is not rectangle. I thought maybe I had one in here that I didn't spot at first, but nope. That's okay. We will just... Okay, thank you, Stephanie. I don't know why I second-guessed your name there for a minute. My brain is not working today. So, that one covers up a lot of the end. Oh, hi, Jessica. How are you doing? Oh, shoot. There's a nail in there. Better put that somewhere so I don't poke myself on it. Well, I'm hanging in there, I guess. They had put me on a new medication that made me really sick. And so for like a week, 2 weeks, I wasn't hardly able to hold anything down, which was miserable. And then I was having migraines, so they started me on it. They took me off the one that was making me sick, and then they put me on a different one. Or no, they didn't put me on anything after that for that one, but they did start me on a medication for my migraines, a different one, so hopefully that will help. Okay, that's not... I think it's taking up too much room. I'm trying to keep the glass if I can, and the ones that have glass, in case I want to use glass in them, but I have a bad habit of breaking them. On the plus side, though, my shoulder is feeling so much better since they did the injection. Oh, for crying out loud. Oh my gosh. It didn't seem like there was any way I could... Do I have another cardboard? No, I guess that's the only one. It didn't seem like no matter what I was doing, that wasn't going in there right. I think it was the picture frame I had sitting under it. Oh, goodness. Okay, let's see if... Now where did I set the picture? It's not my day-to-day. Not at all today. Seems like everything is going to cut more of this image off than what I want. I have one more. You know how it is. Sometimes we're not satisfied with any options. And clearly, I can't put anything back together right today. Okay, that's the one I already checked. I'll check you. I made a craft with this print from one of my nephews. So while I'm figuring out what surface is going to fit that good, today is an event for my event group. Creative Kinship Event Group. And so we've had a full day of crafters. Yeah, no matter what I do, I'm going to have to cut some of the image off. Wait, what about you? Yeah, everything fell out of me. Why don't you? I don't know that I like that shape. I know I'm being picky today, guys. Okay, we're just going to have to go with one of the others because I don't like that. Clearly, I need to go to Goodwill and find more picture frames because I thought I had more, but clearly I don't. Who did I check you? Well, we're going to take this. And I actually printed this on tissue paper that I taped to cardstock. I did it for a different craft, and then I had some already in there, so I just printed it with it. So I'm just going along the back and cutting it. I'll go through the lineup here in a minute. And everything in that fell. That's how my day's been. Okay, I'm not doing it that way. I'm gonna have to cut the white off anyways, so I might as well. Just cut through the cardstock. Still have to trim some of it up because it's moving. I have a 3-day bazaar. It's my, or not bazaar, festival. It's my first one coming up here in May. Bindi, don't move. Mother's Day weekend. It's Friday, Saturday, and oddly enough, Sunday. But it's not that long of a day on Sunday, but... Actually, I don't really need to cut this. I just now thought of it. Because you're not going to see some of the sides. So let me pull up the flyer really quick. I'll go over the lineup really quick. So we had Magnolia on Madison Creations, T's Crafty Ranch, Simply Monarch, Fergie's Crafting Connection, Cultivating Keepsakes, Craftifornia Dreaming, Country Living Market, Tammy's Designs, and then myself. And let me do something really quick here. Forgot to do something. Come on. The heck is that? Why is it asking me to subscribe to my own thing? That was weird. Very weird. Okay. That's what I needed to do. I think I'm going to take that off because it seems like it's a good idea to have that on there, Tammy, but when other people have it on there, sometimes I even have a hard time getting it to go off and letting me comment. It's frustrating. But I never remember to take it off. Okay. So basically my options, either to use this board and have, blank on each side, or put it in a picture frame and it would still be blank a little bit on each side. Oh, you cooperate with me, why don't you? So, for instance, if we painted this frame, we could put that in there. As soon as I do that, it falls down. So, like that. I think I like that better than that. So let's put you up. Which frame? That does not fit in there. This frame? It's fighting with me. This is the most strangest one I have ever seen. It has an indent, or it has almost like a shadow one for some reason. If I use this one, I'm gonna have to do something to it. Hold on. You know what? I'm gonna make it easy. Can you Mod Podge on vinyl? I better not try that. I was gonna try putting vinyl over the top of that. Come on. Because it's got a weird groove. Or weird it's got a weird indent right there. Hold on a sec. Okay. What we're going to do is start this. And I'll fiddle with that in a minute here. That is not right. There we go. I just need to download something really quick. because it's on my other computer. And I'm not going back in there to get it. It'll just take me a minute to download it. I'm just going to print it out on something different is all I'm doing. Because if I Mod Podge that, okay, that's what. If I Mod Podge that onto this, you're gonna see the little groove from this, and I don't want that to be seen. So I'm just going to print this one on this computer really quick. Landscape. Shrink to fit. Print. Okay. I'll get back to my comments now because I can't see them. Okay. Where's my wax? Didn't think of finding that. Thought I had it sitting here. I think it's one of those things that fell behind my desk. Yeah, forget it. I'll do it a different way. Okay. Here's my drink. Yeah, having Mod Podge upside down in a bag is not my brightest of ideas. I did not bring the right paint in, but that's okay. We will make do with what we have in here. I will need you. What are you doing? Oh, that's not what I thought it was. Don't think I've ever done it with this, but we will see how well this coats. Okay. I've never used anything but chalk paint on this, and I don't know where that is offhand. It's in the other room. So I will just use this. And I don't really want a full coat anyways. I don't mind it looking distressed because I'm going to distress it anyways. So I'm just using, I would have preferred to use the off-white, but it is not in here. So this is just the apple barrel white. So how are you guys doing? While I'm trying to do this, and I don't think I even said hi to you, but hi, Lisa. It's been one of those days. I'm not sick from the medicine. It's something else. It's not a virus or anything. It's just that not fun time. And I get really bad symptoms. And so I'm just not feeling good today. And when I don't feel good, things just don't go my way. I struggle more with stuff. That's also why I've been having such horrible migraines, but hopefully the new medicine they put me on helps. They did finally decide to, instead of trying to treat the migraines after they've started, they decided to treat me with migraine medicine to try and stop them before they start. So they gave me some free samples to try them while we wait for my insurance. And we will see how well they work. With any luck, it will start helping because they get really bad. And one week I had 4 migraines. And they were 4 days in a row. It was not fun. Come on. There we go. This wood, I don't know. It's got weird grooves. But I kind of like it. It kind of gives it a distressed look without actually having to distress it. You may hear a little bit of noise. That's the renter's dad. Weeding outside. Yeah, I am too, because it's been bad, and I tried telling him that my cousin had the same problem starting at around my age, and um, they finally are doing something about it, so we're trying to. You know, their first instinct was trying like birth controls and stuff. That doesn't I get horrible side effects. Yeah, and I do mean horrible side effects. To the point where they've tried 4 different medications on me like that, and they will never try me on any again like that. My doctor flat out told me that. She's like, I'm afraid to try you on any more of those. I'm afraid of what kind of symptoms you'll have. And when they say that, that's pretty sad. But they were bad. I'll have to touch up here and there where I just touch, but I didn't necessarily leave myself a good area to hold on to pick these up. I should have left the corner. But one good thing is this paint dries faster than the others. Since it's plain acrylic, it dries a lot faster than the chalk paint does. I might need to get myself a new heat tool at some point. It's starting to sound a little bad. Oh, more than a little bad. A lot bad. on. On the plus side, my shoulder is feeling better, thankfully, since they did the injection. And I probably won't need that since I'm not using that material. And the lymphedema in my legs is getting better. They had bought or ordered me some reusable compression wraps, and I was using them. And now they're too big. The swelling has went down that much that they're too big. Yeah, I'm the last one tonight. But yeah, they're too big. So I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow at the pain clinic, and then we'll stop by first. Where she never did text me. She told me she was going to text me the address of the doctor's appointment. She never texted me. I'll have to call her in the morning because I don't even have the address. She just told me what town she was in. Anyway, she's going to measure my legs again for compression wraps to get a smaller size. So on the plus side, that's helping. And she said she's going to try and get me some that this lady will get me the same kind I have, just a different size. But the lady who wraps my legs each week for right now is going to try to find some wraps that she gets these wraps that like are made of material that keeps your legs from getting too hot. And so she said that I would really benefit from that, mostly when it gets hotter outside. So she's going to get some of those for me. But at least there's improvement. It's just sad it took me getting cellulitis really bad for them to find out. But what can you do? Some things some doctors don't take serious until it gets bad enough. They don't think that you know what you're talking about. Okay. Got the outside part more or less painted. Thank you, Lisa. But then we'll get this rest of it dry and we'll paint the inside part because this is one that you will... Oh, I forgot to paint over my fingerprint. Seriously? I've just got a giant fingerprint here on the side. But yeah, I'm glad I remembered that lady didn't give me the address. I didn't wait till like right before I left or something. I didn't get this inside part. One day I was having a bad day and I just kept doing it over and over. Every time I turned around, I realized I was stuck my finger in the wet paint. Literally right after I had painted it. It's like, really? Why me? Yes. So the lady came to the house and had me try a couple of those on that you're talking about. They are called compression pumps, or something along those lines. And so she came and she measured my legs again, and she had me try a couple of them on that she had there. And she said it would take about a month, because insurance companies are slow as can be, before it could be quicker, but she said generally it takes about a month before I'll be able to get mine, because I have to approve it, then order it, and then I'll get it. Mine, the insurance company's been pretty good, but it helps that I'm on Medicare, so because of being on disability. So they paid the compression wraps, I think. Hi, Lisa. And I don't even think I told you. Hi, Chris. But so the compression, or not, yeah, the compression wraps, not the pump ones, but the compression wraps, my insurance paid for it. Most of it. I think it was like $300 a piece, and my portion was only like $50 a piece. So they paid a good portion of it. And she said insurance companies don't like paying for that stuff, but with my diagnosis of lymphedema, she said it helps. But she said she's had a lot of people who have had their insurance just flat out refused to pay for them. And then it just gets worse and worse. And she did tell me, though, the pressure that they set for it, make sure that it feels right. It shouldn't hurt. If it hurts, she said it's at the wrong pressure. And to just let the lady know, and she'll, reset it at a different pressure. But yeah, it's weird how insurances are so picky. If I was on the insurance I was on before, there's no way on earth they would have paid for it. Because they sucked. They didn't even want to pay for any more than 4 nausea pills in a month. That is literally all they paid for, was 4 Zofran tablets a month. Like, how can anyone, if you're nauseated from an infection, how in the heck can you get away with only taking 4 in a month when it takes longer than that for the antibiotics to start kicking in? It's aggravating sometimes. Okay, let's get this side dried. And like I said, this is just apple barrel paint that I'm using. Is it like oh, I can't think of the wording for it. Is it like one that another crafter's putting on? Crafter's retreat type thing? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I highly doubt I'll ever go to one of those because there'll never be any close enough for me to go to. It's too hard for me to travel very far with all my medical issues. So, yeah, it's even if it was close, like even if I did like a festival that was an hour and a half away or something, I would even like if I had a booth, I would even get a hotel that way at that point so I didn't have to drive that far back cuz you get exhausting whether you're doing a festival or if you're doing something like that. Crafting can make you tired. And when it comes to crafting, when I start doing it, sometimes I just get caught up in doing it and I don't even realize what time it is. I'll like be crafting and then my brother will get home from work and he's like, "Have you even been to bed yet?" And I'm like, no. Are you planning on going to bed? Well, I don't know. I got distracted. I don't have my cup in here of water. I forgot something. Yeah. My friend who I do all the craft fairs and bazaars and festivals and stuff with, um, we hardly ever do any without each other, and we pretty much kind of take care of each other. Okay, so I'm just gonna let that set aside for a minute so I can make sure it's completely dry. That's not the same paint. I still want to get one at some point, but I just need to wait. I need to get my craft room situation switched because this room is too small. Hi, Donna. I don't need as big of a bedroom as I have when all I do is sleep in there. So, and my closet in there doesn't have I have a big, huge double closet in there, and it doesn't have doors on it, which is perfect for, my crafting stuff. Um, and so I want to make that my craft room and then this my bedroom. And then we'll just throw this desk in the garbage. Oh, geez. Yeah. I know what you mean. I've got craft supplies in here, in the living room, in my bedroom. And all the crafts that are completed are in my car. They don't leave my car. Once they go into my car to go to a craft fair or bazaar or anything, they don't leave my car until they're sold. They do not come back in this house unless I have to price them or something if I didn't get around to doing it. But oh, geez. It's hard to have a neat craft room and well organized. Because once you organize, then you have a hard time finding stuff for a while. It's like for the most part, I pretty much know where stuff is in here. But if someone were to see it, they would think it was extremely unorganized. But I know where most of the stuff is. Might have to dig to get to something, but I know where it is. I probably didn't need to paint this, but I did anyways. But I do need to make sure this is completely dry. Normally, I would just stick another piece of cardboard oh, okay. Normally I would if anything, put the image on a canvas or piece of cardboard, and then just put this on the back. But I can't because just wanted to make sure this is completely dry. I can't because there's not really a whole lot of room. There's only enough room to slide this and leave a little room for a picture, and that's it. They didn't really leave a whole lot of room. But like I said, I can't put it directly on this because it's indented. So I'm trying to see here. Maybe I can. I thought maybe I could get away with sticking this onto here. Because this is sticker paper. But I'm not 100% sure that you might still be able to see it. So we will try. If nothing else, the other alternative, Oh, that is not the right size. The heck says a frame or canvas for you? Yeah, I'm talking to a canvas. Oh, that is not it either. They're all squares. How many squares do I have? Wait, you might be the right one. You might be too small. And you are too small. More or less. Oh, wait. You may not be too small. Yeah, I'm talking to my canvas. I really am talking to it. Okay. So that technically does fit. It's not quite thick enough. But that works. Okay. So I can do either one now. I can either Mod Podge this on. Ah. Hold on. I literally sat everything at my feet. Okay, I'm going to grab something really quick. This way I don't have to Mod Podge it. Nope, you're going to stay. Shoot your snoodle butt over. Yeah, Mommy tossed your little snoodle butt up there. Yes, I did. We're going to use sticker paper and a laminating sheet. It's a self-adhesive laminating sheet. That way I don't have to Mod Podge it. Oh, hold on. Let me wipe my hands. I've got paint over them and it's leaving fingerprints. So let me get the paint off really quick. I won't go over too long. I just figured I've never Mod Podged over sticker paper before. So I figured I would do the laminate or laminating sheets. Yeah, I'm the last one. Okay, peel a little bit off the back. Gently attach. Okay. I've never used these before. I've used other laminating things, but like the thermal ones, but I've got this. So I'm just gonna peel a little bit of it back. It's the same size. Oh, good, it's a little bigger. I did not peel that back even. Okay, I'm just peeling some of it back so that I can line it up. Bendy Marie, sit still. Thank you. When mommy uses your middle name, you know you're in trouble. And yes, she has a middle name. I share my middle name with Bendy and Caleb. I don't know why I gave her my middle name, but whenever I do say Bendy Marie, she knows she's in big trouble and better mind her manners. Okay, now I need to move this back. Forgot what direction I was doing it. Yeah, she is my baby. They are my babies. I don't give the cats middle names. Just the dogs. Right, Ben. She's like, I know when my middle name's used, I need to behave myself. Oh, you don't bubble up, you stupid, stupid thing. have it stuck to the table. So now I don't have to worry about I think my trimmer thingy is in the other room. No, I don't have to worry about having to Mod Podge it. Okay. Band-Aid. Ow. It wasn't the sharp part. It was the well, that didn't cut through. That's definitely not sharp. I poked myself on the ruler. Still don't have it perfect or perfectly even, but don't really need it to be. Really? When Bindy's old owner had her before she passed away, you know what she, more or less what her middle name was with her, it was Poophead. Bindy's middle name was Poophead. Because she was Poophead. I forgot I did need the white off of the sides. But yeah, her old owner had her middle name is, or not middle name, but nickname is Poophead. She was kind of a poophead though. Weren't you, Ben? She's like, don't say such mean things about me. You're not going to see the fingerprints on the end of this. Bendy, stop moving. Enough, and then can't do it that way. Hold on. I hate it when they make them these weird sizes. But it wouldn't let me make it any bigger without cutting out the image. May not be exactly even, but I don't care at this point. Why am I cutting it when I can just do that? Really? And then the other part I probably won't do live because I still need to find the right ribbon. But I want to put a strip of ribbon on each side of this to cover up that white so it doesn't look so, I don't know, weird. Maybe it won't look weird once I get it in the frame, but let's try and see. And I'll glue it in place too. Because if I don't glue it in place, that piece doesn't sit quite right, but you have that. But before I leave it, do you guys think it looks bad with the white on each side? You probably can't even hardly see it. I just notice it because I'm sitting right in front of it and I know it's there. But I do want to just stress it a tad. So this is vintage photo. One good thing is after you do it, if you don't like it, you can always paint over it and do it again. And you can also wipe it down a little to kind of mute it out a little. Yeah, that's probably my favorite too. I saw someplace I was going to put it on more, and after I got it out, couldn't remember. Okay, you probably can't see it too much with it. I don't know if you can see it better with the light on. You might be able to see it a little. But what we'll do is take this there it is. It's like I knew it's in this bag somewhere. If you like these big bags, they have 2 different sizes at Dollar Tree. And they have these little handles. The other size is this one. I use them a lot for my crafting stuff. They're also really great if you want to put like everything in a bag together for a craft so that you have it all in one place. Like if you're trying to come up with craft ideas and you think of something and you want to stick everything that you need for that craft in a container, then to make it easier to find, then that's an easy way to do it. The smaller ones, you get 2 in a bag. The bigger one is 1 in a bag, and they're all, I think they're still under the $1.25. But even if they're not, if they're even $1.75, they wouldn't be any more than that. They're still less expensive than when they used to sell them at Walmart. I haven't found them at Walmart in a long time. Okay, so I've got that in there. Reach for a paintbrush and can't get to it. I'm smoothing it out a little so that it doesn't try and ooze onto the image. I had a lady who I know, her husband was my, his mom was my first grade teacher, and he was my second and third grade teacher, as well as my piano teacher. And she came to the last festival that I was at. And she said she was looking for something that said something about, the 250 year. And I hadn't seen anything at that point. I didn't even think about that until she said it. And I was like, well, I can always make something. And she saw a few designs that I had made up for 4th of July there and stuff. And she's like, well, like this material or this fabric and this fabric. And but she's like, I would like anything with any of those. And then she liked one that I had with a barn, but it was the 4th of July one. But it was nowhere on there that I could add, 250th year. And so, hi, Camille. I said, well, I can make you one. Just tell me kind of what you're looking for and I'll make it. And so she said, well, anything with any of those fabrics, or if I have something with a barn on it, then that. Make sure I put this the right way. And so I was like, oh, okay, I can do that. And so I came across this print on Etsy. It was a tumbler design. And it's got the barn, it's got the truck, she wanted God Bless America if she could create it. And then it says celebrating 250 year, 1776 to 2026. And so this one basically has everything that she liked. And then the other one I did the last week, and I did 2 crafts last week. One was a dogs in a labs in a pickup truck in the back for 4th of July, and then the other one also said something about 250 year. And so I figure I'll show her both and give her the option, which one she wants. And then if she does take this one, I'll make another one. So I have it. I'm planning on making a bunch of things, not a whole bunch, but several things that say 250th year, because I'm doing an Armed Force Day, and I want to do a bunch of military stuff too. I'm doing an Armed Force Day in May. It's like the 16th. And then I'm doing, it's like a festival or something they're doing. And then I'm doing a 4th of July one on 4th of July. So I want to have stuff like that to sell. I'm planning on doing my sublimation keychains, and I've got these designs that look like little coins that say 250 a year. And so I'm planning on making keychains with that on it. And just a few other designs. And so I'm planning on starting to make some of that stuff this week. Where'd the lid go? Oh, but to answer your question, Camille, I'm doing better than I was. Where the heck did I put the lid? Oh, here it is. Thank you, Lisa. They had put me on a medicine that made me sick. Really, really sick. And then they took me off of it, and they ended up putting me on a migraine medicine that, I don't know, so far seems to be helping. We will see. But my shoulder feels so much better. Every once in a while, it will start acting up again a little bit and aching, like with the weather. But for the most part, I can do more stuff with it. It doesn't hurt by the time I'm done crafting. So all in all, it's doing better. I felt like squealing every time I crafted before. But anyways, so maybe I'll try and hop on this weekend. I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow. So I definitely won't be on tomorrow because I've got 2. Come here. She's like, I didn't get in the picture much. You have to go potty, don't you? You're a little gassy. Yeah, you are really gassy. You do have to go potty. Anyways, so next weekend or next Wednesday is the Strawberry event. So if I have not done the flyer yet, I'll do it tonight. Bendy! And I'll post it in the group chat. And then I will start putting the schedule in the group chat probably tonight for either tonight or tomorrow for June. We do still have one slot open still. I know it's a 4 p.m. I think it's the 27th at 4 p.m., but I'm not positive. It just seems like that's the day that it's on. But I'll post it again in the group chat. What was I going to say? And then I'll start going, one event at a time for July or for June and July. We have almost all of May scheduled except for that one time slot. So I might be able to still add, maybe one at the beginning or one at the end of some of them, but we'll see. I am Pacific time, so I don't usually do events any earlier than noon Eastern because I don't have my cheat sheet thingy around right now. Or do I? Do I? No, I don't. That was the print that I put on that other craft that I made last week. And then a fabric on the bottom portion. But anyways, I'm going to hop off. You guys enjoy the rest of your evening and keep an eye out in the group chat for the schedules. And I'll get the flyer posted probably tonight for next week. But you guys enjoy the rest of your night, and if you missed anyone, definitely go check them out. Good night, everyone.